Hi, my name is Amanda Warner, and I'm so excited and thankful to have this opportunity today to interview with iUniversity Prep. A little bit about myself. I am currently in Oklahoma City. My husband, we relocated for his job. I have a 3-year-old little girl that is sassy and fun and super high spirited, and we just have a great time together. This is our second year here. My whole life, I have been in Texas, born and raised, and majority of my teaching and my career has been in Texas. The 10 years that I was teaching there, I have been in Frisco ISD with Pioneer Heritage Middle School, and then I left at Frisco High School. That was my last job 2 years ago. And at Frisco High School, I was um, special education and also teen leadership. And then I also coached volleyball and track. So it was a really fun opportunity. And now I am currently teaching fifth grade science, which is something I did for my internship in college. And so it was really interesting to get back into fifth grade, going from seniors, then going into intermediate school. And it's been fun and a blast all at the same time. So, okay, so getting started, my first question: how do I build relationships with students and parents? I believe that building relationships with students and parents and everyone in the building is one of my greatest strengths. I am very warm, open, friendly person, and people genuinely feel very comfortable with me. And so this is a big strength that I have. In doing my During my master's program, I have tended to really implement and love Rogerian therapy, and I believe that his core concepts really help to build relationships, and those are congruence, which is the genuine that I'm there and I'm honest with students and others, and they know that they can trust me in what they tell me, and that I'm consistent with them and I keep checking up on them. And then the other two is empathy and unconditional positive regard. And I believe we all need that. These students are overwhelmed with negativity from media, from parents, from peers, and just giving them that strength and positive regard to identify their strengths and know who they are is one of my responsibilities. Another thing is, I am someone that goes above expectations. I show up on the weekends for games, and if there's a school event going on, I am there supporting the school, and if there's anything for parents that I can support with as well. With parents, I have mostly handled if they need resources for any type, and that could be personal needs, if they need food or clothing assistance, to academic needs. And that's a big one that I've had to deal with is, helping parents understand financial aid and which way their pathways for their students. So academics or personal needs, if they need outside resource for counseling, I'm able to provide that for them. Building relationships sets the school climate, and that is the responsibility as a counselor. And I believe that my responsibility is to know every one of my students, not just by their name, but by their needs. Every student should get what they need to have successful learning and to grow. And that I take very seriously. And um, and I know how to assist them and to collaborate with their teachers and create a team for them for a positive learning and successful learning process. Um, I'm also responsible for empowering these students and for building their self confidence and motivation and helping them set goals and knowing that they can achieve these goals. And when they achieve it, they set another one. And I just want, even though that they are kids, like they can do great things. And I love when they feel empowered and they go out and they do amazing things. And as a counselor, I want to be there with them for those things. Okay, so how do you ensure that every student is placed in appropriate courses at each grade level and on track to graduate? So, at Frisco High School, I was in special education, so I would set up everyone's IEP and schedule of services. And so it was very important for me to figure out my students' goals and to put them on the correct pathway for them to get to that goal. And it's also important to communicate with parents because of the different graduation plans and what they require. Because minimum, they can only go to a junior college, and then the recommended would be the 4 year college. And that was something that I really communicated with parents to see what would work best for the students. And what is first is finding the student's goal. And if they do not know what they want to do, I have career assessments that can help identify their strengths and their weaknesses and who they would work well together, and some opportunities for them to see the careers and to research the careers. And that could even be some goals to set for them. I believe career assessments should start very, very early elementary, and um, even in sixth grade, career assessments, they can identify their strengths and weaknesses and start brainstorming on what they're going to want to do in the future, and what classes that we have will help them get there, and we can make sure that they all match up and it's on their plan for their future. Okay, the last one is talking about how um, basically the definition of a counselor of excellence and how I fit that definition. So, like I said, the first thing about me is my relationships. I have great relationships, positive relationships, teachers, students, parents. Trust me, I have parents that email me as a teacher and wanting me, to help their child beyond academics, and they trust me for this. And I believe that being that genuine and just loving is how I build great relationships. Um, iUniversity is an exemplary program, and for that to stay exemplary as a counselor, I have to have high expectations for myself. And that's when we involve staff as well, because that's where the curriculum's coming and that's how the students are learning. And I'm not just an advocate for my students, but I'm an advocate for my staff as well. And how I can be an advocate, and I have been in the past, is if teachers are struggling in the classroom, or there's students that they're having difficulties and challenges with, I have the experience in the classroom to help support them. And maybe they need to, um, we need to go over accommodations, or maybe they could implement some new techniques or skills that are going to engage the students more. And I'm there to help and demonstrate and lead them to support them. I'm also there when they need stuff, when they need things beyond the classroom, and support for them. If they need resources for outside counseling, if they just want to talk about struggles or anything that they're going through. I am certified special education all level, and I'm also certified EC through eighth grade generalist. And I feel like having that generalist really helps me support all core classes, and it makes me very versatile to help all, and get in there and help with curriculum, and help if they need help with classroom management, integrating technology, motivating students in different ways. Um, the current school that I'm at, the when I came last year, the morale was just kind of down. It was like only certain teachers were being celebrated, and um, not everyone was being recognized. And like we want to recognize all of our students, we also want to recognize our teachers, because they are the heart of the school. And being in that situation, I know just some positive feedback really goes a long way. So I got in there and took over a social committee. I took over our social emotional learning program, and I really just started celebrating teachers and just showing them that they're important and they're what makes a difference in the kids' lives. And that really has changed a lot. And another way is I need their input. They're professional. So I did a lot of surveys and I took that feedback and data and I saw where our school needs to grow and needs to change. And maybe we need some SEL programs, specific ones, or just an overall character program that we need to implement in our school. And so teachers are a major, major part of how I need to grow by getting their feedback and learning and continue learning with them, but also collaborating with them and helping them through the school year. Another thing that I will always do to continue to improve myself professionally and um, socially too in my life. I feel like my whole master's program has not just changed professionally for me, but also on a personal level with people every day, is that I'm always continuing my education. I'm always researching, especially on schools on the site's base needs. And our school really needed research for trauma for students. And so that is something that I took a course over and helped educate the teachers and all staff and just how that we need to communicate with the students, how when something happens, just to prepare them to make the students feel comfortable and just once again, giving the students what they need for successful learning. Um, I have also, my bachelor's and my master's degree have all been online, so I understand what students need for online learning. That is, I know the needs, I know the expectations, I know when we went virtual, that helped a lot too. But as a student of online education, I am very confident in knowing how to help teachers get through and make connections, even though it's online. I believe I'm an excellent addition for your school counseling program because I am just very hardworking and overall just I have a great passion when I go for something and I go all in and I will have a like I go above and beyond for just the whole school, students, staff, everything. And just my passion to help people, help better everyone, help better themselves, and continue growing myself. That is something that I hope to continue and look forward to maybe doing at iUniversity Prep. I want to thank you again for this opportunity, and I hope to talk to you all soon. Okay, thank you.